Coming up next on Cool Stuff from the Cosmos, from Star Wars, an exact replica of Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, a 3-video series of some very hot, very cool Japanese animation. From Dark Horse Comics, it's the Star Wars Battle of the Bounty Hunters 3D pop-up comic book. Keep in touch with the Star Trek communicator pin, and for series fans of Star Trek, a trading card you'll never want to trade. It's all here up next on Cool Stuff from the Cosmos.
In the Milky Way galaxy, the ultimate wheel of good fortune, there is a minor solar system of 9 planets and some 60 moons. On the third stone from its youthful star, the carbon-based life forms have perfected the art of the deal. Certain members of this society, those of the sci-fi persuasion, in their hunger for the weird, the wonderful, and the ultimate shiny thing, have sent forth one of their own. A sci-fi trader known to aliens, androids, and files marked X. He has but one mission: to bring you cool stuff from the cosmos.
Comset, SATCOM, engage, transmission uplink. Welcome to the Cosmos. I'm the Sci-Fi Trader with another week of sci-fi treasures that you can order. All you have to do is give us a call right here. I find it out there, I bring it all back to you. It's just that simple. Okay, hang on, let's go! The Japanese have known for years how to create animation that would appeal to the kid in all of us, and the latest release from Animego is no exception. It's called Bubblegum Crash and features 3 video adventures of the crime-fighting lightsabers that you won't want to miss.
In the latter half of the 20th century, rapid advancements in technology at last resulted in the development of artificial substitutes for human beings. A synthesis of mechatronics, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology, they freed people from all kinds of menial labor. People called these symbols of the era boomers, assemblers of prosperity.
Let's go, girls.
Okay!
Lena, Nene, Pris, and Celia are the fighting force known as the Night Sabers. They fight crime in Mega Tokyo in the year 2034, along with a little help from their friends at the AD Police. But the future world they inhabit in this 3-video set is vastly different from today.
All power to the Boomer Revolution.
In Illegal Army, the girls take on a group of criminals in hardened battle suits who are stealing computer chips to build a new type of artificial intelligence. In Geoclimbers, the Night Sabers vow to protect Adama, a next-generation boomer with artificial intelligence equal to a human.
Oh, I never should have saved you.
Back there, I saved you.
For Boomer, you sure do talk back a lot. You know, I really ought to disconnect your voice, and then I wouldn't have to...
Look out!
Adama!
And in Meltdown, the Night Sabers may have finally met their match as boomers all over Mega Tokyo become self-aware and turn on their human masters.
Leon, our Guardian boomers have gone berserk. They're heading for the armory.
But this is just the beginning of the troubles the Night Sabers face on this adventure, as the boomers join forces into the ultimate terror.
Data.
Will the Nightsabers survive to fight another day? The only way to know for sure is to order this 3-video set of Nightsaber adventures called Bubblegum Crash and find out for yourself. Die, Boomer! These 3 videos are classic Japanese cyberpunk animation at its best, and now we'll give you the chance to get your hands on all 3, featuring the crime-fighting adventures of the Nightsabers. Very cool stuff. These Nightsaber videos come in 3 flavors: Illegal Army, Geo-Climbers, and Meltdown. And in each one, the crime-busting Nightsabers are put to the test. We'll send you all 3. In Illegal Army, the girls take on the members of an armed mercenary force in hardened battlesuits that have been committing a series of daring bank robberies to steal advanced artificial intelligence computer chips. In Geo-Climbers, the Nightsabers fight to save Adama, a boomer with human-like intelligence. And in the 3rd video, Meltdown, the Nightsabers must once again fight their deadliest foe. Not once, but 3.5 times. Each of these Japanese animation videos features one 45-minute Nightsabers episode, and parental discretion should be used because they contain violence and strong language. Just call Cool Stuff now and add these Japanese animation videos to your collection. Coming up, something new for fans of Star Wars. Just wait and see what pops up next on Cool Stuff. Welcome back. You know, the pulp fiction of choice for the new generation is comic books. And no comic book company has had more impact lately on this time-tested art form than Dark Horse Comics. Creators of Barbed Wire, Time Cop, Aliens vs. Predator, and The Mask. That was a big one. So when you've mastered the flat page like Dark Horse Comics, there's nowhere to go but up. Pop-Up. That's right, Pop-Up. Star Wars Battle of the Bounty Hunters, the world's first all-pop-up comic book.
Everyone was very excited about doing the pop-up.
I don't want to spoil any of the story.
There have been pop-up books before, but never a pop-up comic book.
Dark Horse Comics' latest collaboration with Lucasfilm, The Battle of the Bounty Hunters, is the world's first all-pop-up comic book. And it's just one piece of the newest Star Wars adventure, Shadows of the Empire.
Of course, there's the central story of which the novel is really the central focus. But the comic is not an adaptation of the novel. The comic follows a very different path from the novel.
This is the first comic book done in pop-up format. And whether you're a Star Wars fan or not, it's something you should probably get your hands on.
I think it's a great idea. I think for the small piece of storytelling that it does a really good job.
The novel, Shadows of the Empire, picks up where the movie, The Empire Strikes Back, leaves off. Han Solo is frozen in carbonite. The bounty hunter, Boba Fett, is trying to get him to the notorious Jabba the Hutt, and others are in pursuit. This struggle from the Shadows novel is the story behind the Battle of the Bounty Hunters. But the real story was behind the scenes, where they put it all together.
We went down to Santa Fe and sat at a restaurant and kind of planned our action and planned what would be the most exciting to have happen. The next step was that a layout artist laid out those pages in more detail, fleshed out where our panels would be and what kinds of balloons we would have. Then the illustrator could paint it, and then all of those pieces are assembled into the pop. So the people at Dark Horse Comics and Lucasfilm were real excited about the way the pop-up book turned out. But what do the fans and the collectors have to say?
Pardon? All right, where'd you get it?
That's awesome. You're probably going to want 2 of this one. The collectors are really into this Boba Fett.
I do love the character Boba Fett, but also because I do love the artist as well. I planned on buying this when I first saw it.
I like it. It's a really nice book. I think children like it.
So collectors on Earth agree that the Battle of the Bounty Hunters pop-up comic book is very cool. But what do they think in other parts of the galaxy?
This is glorious.
Great pictures, great story, but I don't recognize any of the characters. Must be a different universe.
Something like this would be very collectible.
Oh, Lars.
With the 20th anniversary of Star Wars right around the corner, the Battle of the Bounty Hunters popped up just in time. And now here's how you can get a copy of your very own. Star Wars Battle of the Bounty Hunters is the first all-pop-up comic book and a must for even the most casual fan of this enduring classic. Whether you buy it for yourself or for someone else, it's a great addition to any Star Wars collection. So call Cool Stuff now. Great deal at only $15.95 plus shipping and handling. And as you can see, it's a pop-up book like no other. Get on board with Boba Fett, the notorious bounty hunter, as he travels through hyperspace with his prize hostage, Han Solo. Their destination, Jabba the Hutt. These eye-popping images were created by artist Christopher Moeller with spectacular color, your favorite characters, and an all-new Star Wars adventure from the Shadows of the Empire story. Buy it as a gift or add it to your Star Wars collection, but call Cool Stuff now because at $15.95, these Star Wars Battle of the Bounty Hunter pop-up comic books from Dark Horse will be going fast. Stay tuned for 2 Star Trek originals, the official communicator pin, and a very special collector's trading card coming up on Cool Stuff. Welcome back to Sci-Fi Trader's Cool Stuff from the Cosmos, the show for collectors, fans of sci-fi, and anyone with a little extra shelf space. Hey there, welcome back. I just took a look around my Area 52 warehouse and look what I found for fans of Star Trek. A cool communicator pin and a trading card you definitely won't want to trade. First, the Star Trek communicator pin is as close to the real thing as you can get, except there's no phone bill at the end of the month. This marvel of Star Trek technology has evolved from a handheld flip-up device on the original television show to a wristband model, and finally in the 23rd century it was changed to the communicator pin you see here hidden in the Starfleet insignia. Of course, you don't want just anybody using your communicator to make long-distance calls. So Starfleet engineers have built-in dermal sensors that restrict access by reading the fingerprints of each crew member. Pretty clever, huh? Well, don't worry, these detailed replicas can be enjoyed by everyone. According to Starfleet, crew members on an uncharted planet can communicate with each other and with their orbiting spaceship simply by using the communicator pin's subspace radio technology. Of course, on Earth, it's also a great way to get someone's attention, and all you need to do is slip the disc under your shirt and place the pin on top. Magnets hold the two halves together, and with just a touch, you'll open a hailing frequency into a dimension called Cool Stuff. Enterprise, I've fallen and I can't get up. I got these Star Trek communicator pins direct from Starfleet, and now you can order them from Cool Stuff for just $29.95 plus shipping. Rumor has it that the communicator may once again be redesigned for the upcoming Star Trek First Contact movie, so order your pin today. I wonder if these have call waiting. The second item from my Area 52 warehouse is a very special collector's trading card featuring a portrait of Captain James T. Kirk by acclaimed Star Trek artist Keith Birdsong. This cinematic collector's edition card is a special find for Cool Stuff and is limited to an edition of just 500. Each card measures 2.5 by 3.5 inches and features a striking portrait of William Shatner as Captain Kirk. Also, each of the 500 cards is individually hand-numbered, and to make sure your card stays in perfect condition for years to come, Cool Stuff will include a clear, solid acrylic display case, a safety snap-on base, and a plaque. Specialty trading cards have been growing in popularity and are highly sought after by collectors who are looking for something a little bit different. Well, this Keith Birdsong original is certainly special, and the addition of William Shatner's signature makes this Star Trek collector's trading card a dream come true. Order your Star Trek limited edition Captain Kirk trading card signed by William Shatner for just $79.95 plus shipping, and you'll also receive the protective display case and a certificate of authenticity. Of course, Star Trek fans already know Keith Birdsong's work as the illustrator of every issue of Pocketbook's long-running Star Trek paperback series. Birdsong brings incredible depth and drama to all of his paintings, and this image of Captain Kirk looking out beyond the next horizon captures the true essence of Kirk. Just order your Star Trek limited edition Captain Kirk trading card. Even if you've never considered collecting limited edition cards, you will be interested to learn that William Shatner's signature is more sought after now than ever before. If Kirk is your captain, then this is your card. Okay, let's review. with the special sound chip, and the limited edition Star Trek Captain Kirk collector's card signed by William Shatner. Both of these are definitely cool stuff, so order now. Coming up next on Cool Stuff from the Cosmos, from Star Wars, an exact replica of Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Throughout the history of science fiction movies, only a handful have managed to successfully create an entirely new universe with a look and style all its own. George Lucas did it with Star Wars, and with the 20th anniversary right around the corner, I started searching for the perfect Star Wars collectible. Well, my search is over, and look at what I've found. It's an exact replica of Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Don't let it fall into enemy hands.
There are a lot of hardcore collectors out there that have been looking for original reproductions of props. They've been, going to conventions and that sort and buying, fake rip-offs, that sort of thing. Said they were based on original, and this is as close to probably the original as you're ever going to find. And it has achieved that status that this type of collectible can and will sustain its value and probably go up just because of the popularity of the film.
Over the past 20 years, collectors of cool stuff have seen enough Star Wars toys, models, books, and t-shirts to fill the Death Star. While all this stuff is fun, I've always thought it would be really cool if you could just get your hands on authentic, top-quality reproductions of the actual movie props from this sci-fi classic. From Icon's authentic replicas comes a never-before-offered collector's treasure, the limited edition Skywalker lightsaber. These custom-made reproductions are based on the original lightsaber given to young Luke Skywalker in the first Star Wars movie by his venerable teacher and Jedi Knight, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, seeing as this was based on the first film lightsaber, this was the one that was based on, the one that Ben gave Luke and that his father wanted him to have it. And from later subsequent films that Luke actually, modified and built his own lightsaber. This is based on the original true one from the original series. I think it adds that much more special value to it.
Icon's research and design group were given unprecedented access inside the Lucasfilm archives, where the original artifacts were photographed and measured. After examining the crown jewels of this American myth, a team of professional prop makers, designers, and special effects artists then went to work to craft and create an exact replica of the lightsaber.
The manufacturing on it is impeccable. It's machined. It's not rough in any way. It's to specifications, I'm sure, because Lucas wouldn't have put his name on it if it wasn't to his liking. So it's got to be as true to the original as it ever could be.
The components are precision injection molded in high quality resin and painstakingly crafted in spun steel before being nickel plated to precisely match the original. Each creation is then hand assembled and detailed right down to the D-ring at the base of the lightsaber. They got the look just right, but it wasn't until I held the lightsaber in my hands for the first time that I knew that collecting would never be the same again. It just doesn't get any better than this.
Something like this, with the way it's manufactured, the look of it, the display box, the individual numbered, each piece is individually numbered, would be a great asset to anybody's collection. It's such a nicely made piece. There's so many mass-produced toy items from the last 20 years that a lot of people have those, and people are looking for something different and something that's going to stand out, and this piece would definitely fill the bill.
In each of the 3 Star Wars movies, the look and design of the lightsaber changed slightly. However, Icons discovered that the original prop was actually pieced together from a 3-cell photo flash unit, the lens from an old calculator, a windshield wiper, and other found objects. But somehow on screen, George Lucas turned this hardware hybrid into movie magic and motion picture history. Fans and collectors have waited 20 years for official perfect replicas from Star Wars, and now the wait is over with the Skywalker lightsaber. Direct from the vaults of Lucasfilm's Skywalker Ranch, now you can own a piece of film history. This numbered and limited edition collectible is licensed by Lucasfilm and authenticated by Lucasfilm Archives. Each custom-made Skywalker lightsaber is hand-assembled under the supervision of Icon's team of film industry professionals and comes complete with a registered certificate from the Lucasfilm Archives, a museum-quality display case, and a numbered plaque. Just like the original, the Skywalker lightsaber measures 10.5 inches long and weighs in at almost 4 pounds. Limited to an edition size of 10,000, the Skywalker lightsaber is the perfect way to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Star Wars. The display case is a great way to show off your new Star Wars treasure. It's bound to become the center of your sci-fi collection. The Skywalker lightsaber is going to become the new standard from which all other cool stuff is measured, and you can order yours right now for just $349.95 plus shipping and handling. Movie history can be yours. Use hyperspeed to get to the phone and call Cool Stuff now. Okay, now let's take another look at the cool stuff from this week's show. The authentic Skywalker lightsaber replica, the sword that crushed an empire and brought light to the dark side of the Force. Order this remarkable collector's display item now. The hard-to-find and very hot Japanimation 3 video set featuring the crime-busting lightsabers can be yours if you call Cool Stuff today. The Star Trek communicator pin that sounds like the real thing. Remember, even though it looks real, if you start talking into it, people might think you're from another planet. The Star Trek limited edition Captain Kirk trading card, and it's personally autographed by William Shatner. The demand is already high for this one. For Star Wars fans, call now for Star Wars Battle of the Bounty Hunters, the world's first all pop-up comic book from Dark Horse Comics. Order now and see what just popped up. Our toll-free number is open 24 hours a day, so to get any of the cool stuff you've seen, just and remember, we take all credit cards, but the American Express card is the preferred card of the Sci-Fi trader. Until we meet again, I'll be out searching the cosmos for more cool stuff. So in the meantime, just remember to double-check the seal on all airlocks, or you just might get sucked out into space when you make that jump to light speed. See ya.